it Fermi level moves above the conduction band. So that is where it has a lot of positively surface charged donor states. So when I have this positively surface charged donor states, and if I put this indium nitride on the surface of the indium gallium nitride, so these conduction band electron will be attracted by these positive charges. So that is where I can actually reduce this built-in. I could able to reduce this built-in potential, and this we published in Nature Communication Chemistry last year, 2019. And this was the idea, just to get acceptance in this Nature publications. So what we done, we just try to grow indium gallium nitride directly on silicon using the silicon nitride. In another sample, we have grown indium nitride quantum dots just on top of that. As I told you, we have done this structural characterization. But when you do that, do this indium gallium nitride, indium nitride quantum dots, we could able to enhance, reduce the band bending. See, this is the band bending which we calculated by XPS, because XPS gives you the information of the occupied level. And when you see this at zero energy, it's a Fermi level. So by seeing the zero and valence band maxima position, you really can identify the band bending. So when I see the InGaN directly grown on silicon, it has a band bending of 0.25 electron volt. But when I grow the indium nitride quantum dots, I can really make it flatter. The band becomes 0.05, is really negligible. So that's where when I do the photoelectrochemical water splitting experiments, you see this is the InGaN directly grown on silicon. So at 0 electron volt, I don't have any reaction. So it's a flat. But when I grow the indium nitride quantum dots, remember, indium nitride quantum dots does have a band gap around 1 electron volt. They do not participate into the reaction. They just try to lower the bandage of indium gallium nitride. So what they do, they lower the bandage. And you see at the 0 electron volt, these same sample, okay, same structure can have a PC water splitting. And we could have a very stability and this thing. And I'll show you a video where I think you can see this. So this is actually, you can see this is a photo anode InGaN, and this is the platinum electrode where we are getting the hydrogen coming out of that. So you see how good hydrogen is coming from this device. The another is to use this MOS2 2D material. You know, the very much applicable material. They have a very high advanced optical and electronic properties. I'll not go into the detail, but do have several things. And beautiful things about the MOS2 is it that, so when I increase the separation of the layers, I can really tune the band gap. I can tune the band gap up to 2 electron volt if I change the layer from 6 to 1 monolayer. So that is where what we have done. We have utilized this MOS2 with the gallium nitride. You see the bandage matches very well. So what we have done, we have grown this p-type MOS2 on gallium nitride, p-gallium nitride, to make it a photocathode. Up to now, I have shown you that we could able to make a photoanode. Now I'll discuss about the photocathode. That's what we are using, the p-gallium nitride. So what we have done, first we have S the gallium nitride, p-gallium nitride, to make it a hexagonal cavity, because we want to increase the surface area. And then on top of that, we have grown this MOS2 nanowall network. So when you grow there are 4 samples we have. I would here say that this is the flat layer of the gallium nitride, and this is the S gallium nitride. We have grown the p GaN and MOS2. You can see that when this is the photocathode. So when you grow this MOS2 on S, you will have a very high reaction because of the band matching, and we could able to get the efficiency of 3.2%, which is quite high to if I discuss nowadays and also it's very stable. So this we could able to relate the very perfect heterostructuring, intelligent, I would say, heterostructuring of indium gallium nitride and MOS2. So, and this is what the device is. Up to now, what we have discussed. So I was discussing anode or cathode, where other electrode we were using the platinum. We have discussed the InGaN photoanode using the indium nitride quantum dots. But and the other we have discussed the MOS2 p-GaN photocathode. But other electron what we are using is the platinum. But platinum cannot be commercialized. So what we thought, let us make a system by which where we do not have any platinum. So what we thought, let's make one photocathode which is transparent and photoanode which is opaque. So by which I can use the same solar light which is transparent, some of the fraction maybe 80% this light can transparent through, and I can use this on my photoanode. So that is where we have this utilized. So what we have done, we have grown this photoanode on transparent FTO, and we have utilized this MO3 molybdenum oxide, and for photocathode we have worked on silicon and MOS2. So that is where the work which we recently published in Advanced Applied Energy. So here we have grown MOS2 different layers, utilizing the different time of the growth using a hydrothermal method, and you can see the characterization for that. When you grow this on 4 layers, first we have optimized this. When you grow the 8 and 12, it is increasing, but what happens, it loses the transparency as well. So that's what we have used it, and we could able to achieve the efficiency of 3.8% by using this MOS2 photocathode. But when you talk about the we talked about the transparent one. So if I talk about the 12 hour, it will reduce my transparency. So in the system, in the monolithic system, we have used the 8 hours, okay, which is having a efficiency of 0.67%. So when we make this this monolithic integrated system, where we have not only this photo anode, the transparent, and also silicon photo cathode, you can see we could able to get not only the reduction reaction, we could able to get the oxidation reaction as well. And the device is very, very stable. You can see from here, okay. Further, we could able to integrate the complete system where you see that we could able to quantify hydrogen and oxygen. And this is the video where you can see, okay, this is the photocathode. You can see the hydrogen is coming, and this bubble there you can see this oxygen is coming, photoanode. So you just have to put this system in any of the solar light, you will get start getting hydrogen and oxygen in the sample. So up to now we could able to understand, we could able to develop, and now we are working with the Tata Steel, because Tata Steel has shown the interest to take up this technology. However, they want to do it at the large scale, but we have not stopped here. Up to now, what we have done, we could able to have hydrogen when you have a sun, in the presence of the sun. But what happened? You have any system.
Hello.
Yeah?
Sir, last 5 minutes, sir. Last 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll try
please,
to.
Please. Okay. Summarize. Sir.
Okay, I'll try to. Yeah. So what we have done, we have tried to, if you don't have a sun, so you need to have to store this hydrogen. So we have worked with the IIT Madras with Professor T. Pradeep and Professor Rajneesh, and they could able to synthesize in a solid hydrate for us, where we can capture this hydrogen during the generation, and we could able to utilize this. So we could able to a complete, by which not only you can utilize this hydrogen for online uses, but you can utilize this for offline uses. So this is the system. So the oxygen, we have used the Nepean membrane to separate this hydrogen and oxygen. So oxygen we can always release in the atmosphere, and these are the pressure valves. So let's say this is a hydrogen emission. So let's say you are emitting 12 atoms per second, and your engine needs 5 atoms per second. So these pressure valves will allow only 5 atoms. 7 atoms will be stored in these hydrates. And later on, if you have a not hydrogen, no release of the hydrogen, or maybe less release of the hydrogen, depending on the requirement of the engine, these valve can release the hydrogen to supply the engine very constantly. So that is where we can utilize this technology for any of the transport vehicles as well. Further, we have worked on the silicon, because silicon is going to be the foremost technology, because it's very well established, it's very cheap. We try to understand the silicon as a photocathode. So we try to find some heterostructures like carbon quantum dots and chlorophyll, and we could able to achieve a very good heterostructures, which is very not only efficient, but also does the scientific very efficient charge transports. So we first actually ask this to make it more surface area, to make the nanowires, and later on we decorate with the quantum dots, carbon quantum dots, which is synthesized by the green method. not only the carbon core dots, we doped these carbon dots with the plasmonic nanostructures like gold or maybe copper, and we could able to achieve very high efficiency. I'm a little bit running faster because I have given already timeline, and we could able to achieve efficiency around 0.8%. 8%. This is very stable. Okay, but this is not acceptable, because whenever we talk about the silicon, the efficiency has to be high. And if I use only the quantum dots, the doped quantum dots, the plasmonic quantum dots, I couldn't able to attain the efficiency. Though I have a stability, but I couldn't able to attain the efficiency. And we have proposed this JAD scheme for the first time for this kind of transfer. So our aim was to enhance this efficiency. Then we have used the chlorophyll, okay, which is synthesized by the spinach. Okay, nowadays a lot of people are take this vegetable spinach to make their immune system very good. But we have utilized this spinach to make the chlorophyll, and you see that we could able to achieve the record high efficiency by using the silicon, and they are very stable. And the efficiency which we discussed is got because of the FRET, okay, first resonance energy transfer, because we could able to make the structure in such a way so the absorber can transfer the their energy efficiently to the emission. So that is where we could able to overlap the one emission to the absorption, and we could able to achieve the record high efficiency for silicon based photocathode. I hope with that I hope you got my point that hydrogen is going to be very much futuristic technology or futuristic fuel, or I would say the alternate to fossil fuels. I hope in future you may see that your vehicles is running by water using the hydrogen or water spudding. And I would like to acknowledge especially my students who was working hard 24/7 to get these results, to get these graphs so that I can present it to you to make you understand technically and scientifically. So I acknowledge my students Devyendu, Krishnendu, Roy, Sarkar, Anupama, Rishabh, Akash, Vinod, Krishnendu Roy, Mati, and Anurag. And I do have a lot of very engaging collaboration. So I am thankful to all of them. And I also acknowledge my funding agency from where I get this funding to do this kind of research, especially my institute, ISCS, Department of Science and Technology, CSR, and European Commission. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a nice presentation and nice talk.
Yes.
Praveen,
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I have shared the feedback link in the chat box, so the participant can submit their feedback form through that link.
Yes,
Thank
Sharma
you.
sir.
Thank
Yes,
you, thank
Sharma
you,
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you, Mukesh sir. Thank you, Praveen sir, for his highly innovative session. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Abhinav to please take queries from the chat box posted during the session and requested our speaker to please answer them. We can take few of them due to restricted time slot. Take
Sir,
take
as no query has been recorded during the session, so there is no query for Praveen sir. So we can
thank
continue it
thank
further.
thank you, Abhinav. Thank you, Ranjan. Thank you, Dr. Praveen. Thank you, my best friend Prajapati. Now I invite Dr. Shraddha Argal to propose vote of thanks.
thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor R.J. Rao, sir, Barkatullah University Director, Dr. N.K. Gaur, sir, UIT BU Bhopal, all the participants and our speakers. Good afternoon to all. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Physics and Nanotechnology, UIT BU Bhopal. First of all, I thank to our eminent speakers, Dr. Mukesh Ranjan and Dr. Praveen Kumar, for sharing their valuable knowledge on plasma-produced nanopatterns and material science innovations for hydrogen generation from water. We will definitely be benefited from their worthy lectures. I would like to express our profound gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Barkatullah University, Professor R.J. Rao sir, and Director UIT Dr. N.K. Gaur sir for their encouragement and for providing permission to organize this webinar. Thank you so much to all the participants. A special thanks to Dr. P.K. Sharma sir for his moral support and guidance. I would like to acknowledge and thanks Dr. R.P. Prajapati sir for providing his valuable support in time and for chairing the technical committee. Thanks Dr. Abhinav for excellence technical support. Once again, I thank each one of you for your uh, time, and thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So let us end the meeting, sir.
Yes, please. Very.
Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you very
And
much for
same to
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Same to you, sir.
Okay. So we will meet soon, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bilkul. Thank you, sir.
ठीक है, sir. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. So can we stop, sir?